That being said, we are going to talk about 5 automatic touches that we can use via SmartPlans through command. So, the importance of being able to stay in touch with all of your contacts, which is my phone, of staying in touch with your contacts. Nice. Thanks, sir. Yep. Okay, good. Oh, you're in the background.
I want to make sure.
Yeah, you're in the background there. Yeah, because there is somebody watching from home. So that being said,
So is there a handout or do we have to take notes?
you can. Do you have your computer?
No.
Okay.
We both just realized we didn't bring our computer.
Okay. I don't necessarily have a handout.
Okay.
I was just going to kind of show you some stuff on the screen and stuff like that.
Yeah.
These are all stuff that you might already have. Like I said, I don't know the level of like who's coming to classes, so I start out like pretty basic and go from there. Yeah. So what goal is always stay in front of your clients, and if you can set up automatic plans to do that for you, it's easy as could be. You just put in the information and then let command do everything for you through your SmartPlans. It'll send you reminders. There's different stuff that you can pay for to use that'll automatically fire out to people, but we're going to go through some of the just manual ways that we can get things started here. So these are like the top 5 most effective. Like I said, there is a lot more stuff out there, a lot more complicated stuff. I'm just going to kind of keep it high level for this. We can always meet outside of this if we want to go more in depth. And there's a golden rule that you need 7 touches with your clients, like if these are first time for them. So, obviously the monthly neighborhood nurture is the easiest one. Has anybody ever used that at all? Okay, so we know what that is. That's great. We can plug that in. So we'll go to, I just have myself on here as an example. And what I'll do is I'm going to add a neighborhood. So we'll say, I'll type in like Mechanicsburg. Let's see. Okay, of course there's no neighborhood found there, so we'll go to an actual neighborhood. And of course that's not good either. All right, awesome.
You find on map.
Yeah, I'll do it that way. That's fun. All right, so go book pretty easy. There's Impersonal in there. Sure location. I'm searching location. So you'll see the little populated green areas. So we'll try to find something around Mechanicsburg. We got that, so that is now on our map. So we can go over here to SmartPlans, and we'll go down to, we got a neighborhood nurture there. We want to go to neighborhood nurture. There it is. So that'll show you basically what it's going to do there. It's going to send out an email to your contact about the selected areas there. So click on that, and that will repeat every 30 days. Back up. In case you can't tell, I don't have a Mac, and I hate that the mouse works absolutely backwards. All right, so I'll go over here to my contacts, my pulse. assign it to myself. We got 3 neighborhoods. Add a smart plan, so we'll have that start today, and then you confirm that. Now, up here at the top, this Twilio account has not been connected. I do not have that. That will basically be the other part where you can pay, it's like $350 a month, and that'll do all the automatic text messaging for you. I'm gonna show you like another smart plan that'll pull text messages, and that'll automatically send that out for you. If for any reason on this you're missing information with your contacts, it'll automatically kick back to you and say like, you know, this was unable to process because, you know, you're missing X, Y, or Z. So we can go here to this guy. And there you can see that, like, on the right-hand side here, you can see that it's sending information based on areas that I had selected. So there was some other stuff here that I had done previously, so disregard those errors, but as far as today's concerned, neighborhood, there you go. Good, okay.
I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
When I go into this to like see what they're looking at and whatnot, I notice that it's not actually branded to me. At the very bottom, there's a search thing where it says like find a KW agent. And I'm thinking like it should be branded to us specifically.
100%, yeah, because
So-
if it's in your command.
Yeah, just, I wanted to let you know, I don't know if that's like a technical glitch or something, but I've noticed that for actually a couple of years and I never really said anything about it.
All right. Yeah, let me find
I don't want
out on
them
that.
searching for another agent. From some emails.
Yeah, because you're doing all the work and then it's picking somebody else.
Yeah, I took a screenshot of it if you need it.
Okay.
I just have to find it.
Let's see, I'll go on mine personally then and take a look.
Cause like I was going into the different listings that they were viewing and whatnot,
Mhm.
and it would always come up as other agents.
Yeah, that's, yeah, actually, yeah, let me see.
I have to look for this, I don't know where it is,
Okay.
I'll have to find it, let you know.
Okay. So that's just an easy one that keeps people engaged in what's happening in areas, what they're looking at there. You know, you're getting higher engagement than just kind of sending like a newsletter as far as that's concerned. You can do the quarterly call plan. It won't, obviously it won't call for you, it's not automated like that, you'll have to make the call, but it'll remind you every 90 days, you know, call, check in with these people, you know, automatically like put it in your task list and everything like that. So yeah, we'll just keep rolling through the smart plans here.
How many of you guys use SmartPlans right now?
Some.
Good. All right, so 3 of you. That's good.
People definitely look at them, they look at the listings and whatnot.
The neighborhood nurture.
Yeah.
That like, Brand, not to hijack class,
Not bad.
but like I think the neighborhood nurture is like the one so underrated because literally you get to see exactly what they're looking at and it gives you a touch point, right? You know, don't be a creeper and like call them the minute after they look at a property. But literally, if you see that they viewed a couple different properties, that's a great touch point for you to say, hey, I saw you were checking out some properties on my website. Do you have questions, right? It's just,
How do you know when they look at it?
oh,
in
it
your
shows
time-
you,
your
it shows you
timeline.
in their timeline. Yeah, Brandon, can you
Yeah.
navigate to your timeline? I mean, I can take over the screen too if I need to. I can show you an actual example.
Yeah, go ahead and do that, because then we have another question based on viewed properties. It's been brought to my attention that it's not branded to you specifically, like as an agent, it's still giving you the option of contacting an agent.
Hold on a second.
Yeah, it has an agent search. I set people up for only the bi-weekly one because I set myself up for the monthly and it's not sent enough to really be memorable. So I've
Sure.
just been doing like the every other week or what have
Okay.
you.
Yeah, well,
Just a note.
All right, so this is a great example. So if you guys can see the screen, so Ann Bursey, so she's connected to our website and she gets the neighborhood nurture. I don't know if she gets the monthly or the bi-weekly, but right here you can see like April 4th, I don't know, is that 16th?
yeah, 16, 20,
April
25.
16th, she viewed all these listings.
Okay, so when you go into her name, that automatically comes up on the right?
Yep,
Or did
on
you
her-
hit timeline?
No, timeline automatically comes up first.
Okay.
So you can see all the homes that she views, so she actually viewed a lot. But yeah, so like there's the initial email, wait, no. What's that?
That's your
I can't
January
see it. I
newsletter.
can't see
This
it.
is your January newsletter.
Okay, so yeah, so January newsletter, but anyway, so she viewed all of these properties. So. In the filters. Yeah, so the way that I found this was, easiest way to do it is like if you come in here, there's two different ways. You can go to your filters, you go to team site connection, or yours would say agent site connection, sorry. And you could go to connected, and then that'll show you everyone who's connected to your website. And the way that you know is that green checkbox. The green check in a circle means that they've created an account on your website, either from something you sent them at one point in time, or from that monthly neighborhood nurture. I have on my website, I have what's called forced registration turned on, which means if they view more than 3 properties, they're forced to register on the website. They have to create an account, right? So then once they create an account, I can see everything that they're looking at.
How did you get into this? Sorry.
This is in contacts,
Yeah.
and then all I did was go to filters, and I hit agent site connection, and I hit connected.
Filters, wait. Ah, there's,
Yep. Now, there's another way that you can also filter this. It's like if you want to be proactive and you want to see who's recently been active on your website, you can go up to the filters and you can go to recently active. And then you can put, like, say I want to go within last, whatever, I'm just going to do 5 days, right? I hit apply. So I haven't had anyone on my website that's been active in the last 5 days.
Okay.
so your filters look more complicated. Is there a advanced filter area that you have to get into? Because if I click on filters, it just gives like last contacted, tags, email address, well, it doesn't give me everything that you're looking at.
I don't think you're in filters.
Is that not what this
No,
is?
that's not, no. Filters is this.
Oh, okay,
That's your
there's
view,
filters.
yeah, there's your
Oh,
filters.
okay, here's your advanced. I knew there was an advanced.
Okay, so Michael, you're talking about these people being registered in your website. Like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of people signed up for Neighborhood Watch. I was just assuming that once a month on the date that I specify,
Yep.
if there's anything for sale or anything, they're just getting an email
They
that
are.
they're clicking on.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're saying your people take it one step further and then register for something?
No, so what happens is when you get that, when that email comes through and there's properties listed,
Uh-huh.
if they click on a property, it takes them to your website.
Gotcha.
Your website, yes.
Okay.
If you don't have forced registration turned on, then they will never have to register.
Okay.
So my suggestion is turn on forced registration, and you do that in your like actual command settings. Like you have to go up
Yeah.
to your name and you
This is like automatically, like, I'm too much, like.
it's not terrible.
It's not bad, yeah.
Actually, I think you do it in websites now. I'm sorry guys.
Yeah, I mean, because you
I don't
can put it for
remember.
like 10 or 3 like connections, and then it'll force you to have to create an account on your personal website. This is new to me.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
learning.
so
I
here it
never
is.
created an account,
So,
it just turns me off.
If you want
But I
to
can see
want
the
to
value
do
in
that,
it.
and
Yeah,
it's
100%.
personal preference. If you decide you want to do that or not, some people are fully against it. Like I
Yeah.
just heard you say something.
Yeah,
that's
that
fine.
always turns me off
You
as a
don't-
That's why I
customer.
give you 10. It's
But-
like, oh shit.
Yeah.
After a while, I was like, oh,
You don't
access
have
this
to.
long.
But if you go down to websites and then you go to settings, and you'll see forced registration down here. So you can turn this on. You can say they can't view any property without registering. They can view 2 without registering. They can view 10 or they can view none. The default is unrestricted. If I were you, I would make it either 10 or 2.
Yeah.
In order to get them to register. But again, it's personal preference. So Kim, to your point, yes, the neighborhood nurture email goes out.
Yeah.
If there's no forced registration on, they can click on the properties and they can see them and look at them, but you will never know because they don't have an account. right? And you won't be able to see what they looked at unless they have an account.
Okay, then I must have some people that read, and I never did any of this, but I
Well,
do
some
get.
people might register themselves.
Yeah, because I do get, notifications that so-and-so was active, and that, like, so-and-so was active 2 days ago, and then when I click on them, it shows me that they were looking at properties.
Yep.
So they must have registered on their own,
On their
because
own,
I
for
never
sure.
had
Yeah,
anybody
they
do this.
definitely did, yeah.
They very well could have. So, I mean, and I don't know, Brandon, you might have already covered this when I was out of the room, but in order to do the neighborhood nurture, you have to make sure they have, or multiple neighborhoods.
Yeah, so I did multiple neighborhoods, but it wasn't like I didn't love it the way that it looked like though. Like, because somebody has to create the parameters for that, like, said neighborhood.
Yeah.
But like, so I tried putting in like auto chase and it doesn't exist. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah,
it's-
so the biggest issue with the neighborhoods is the neighborhoods are user defined from, you guys ever hear of a website called Nextdoor?
Yeah,
So Nextdoor, the idea of Nextdoor is people can go in and create a radius of a neighborhood that they live in, and then they can get other people to join that neighborhood who live there, and then it's like a forum, it's like a Facebook for a neighborhood. The problem is that nobody ever does it as a neighborhood, right? Like, I mean, whatever this is, Bellevue Road, I mean, look at this little teeny tiny thing, right? Like, reality is it's not a neighborhood, right? It was just someone at some point said, oh, this is where I live, I want to get the neighbors together, right? And that's how the neighborhoods are created. So KW pulls the neighborhood data from Nextdoor. So that's where that comes from. So there's some weird ones, like around where I live, if I type in Anvil, like there's like 4 different Anvils, and one is like North Anvil, one is South Anvil, one is like 2 streets on the other side of Anvil. Like
Is there
like
a
it doesn't exactly make sense. So what I usually do is I default to just say, hey, if I know that they live in Anvil, I'm going to make sure that one of the Anvil zip code, one of the Anvil neighborhoods is assigned to them. It's still going to pull data. It's not going to be the best, but it's going to give them something that's relevant to what they're looking.
So then in that case, do you select all of the Anvil neighborhoods just to make sure that they're
I
covering
have.
all your bases? Or?
Yeah, I have. Sometimes I will. Other
Because-
times I don't.
Because I guess by that explanation, it's like the ones that are in South Anvil, if you only put North Anvil, then you're missing, like your buyers are missing all of the,
Yeah.
like, no, okay.
Yep. So and there's different schools of thought. I don't use, the neighborhood nurture is literally a touch.
Yeah.
And if I have someone serious that's raised their hand that says I'm looking for a house,
Yeah.
I'm putting them on a bright search, right?
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
relying on the neighborhood nurture as their only source of information. The neighborhood nurture I really use more for sellers than anyone, just for sellers to be able to keep track of what's happening in that place that they live.
Excellent.
When you type in somebody's address too, they give you suggested neighborhoods.
Yeah, like if I,
Like right after you type it in, like a lot of times it will pop
Yeah,
up,
it does.
suggested neighborhoods, or they'll actually give you the neighborhood they live in.
and you have to be very careful, like, look, I typed in Palmyra, there's multiple Palmyras.
Yeah.
Can you select multiple?
You can put as many as you want in. Yep, it's like I just added, see down here, it gave me suggested
Yeah.
neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And then those are the ones I usually try and
Yeah,
get.
just
Yeah, that's
the
what
one that
I
you're
try to
looking for
do.
and everything around it.
Yeah.
Okay. Palmyra. Gotta love it.
All right, I'll unshare my screen.
All right, the next one we were talking about there was the quarterly call plan. Once that, it's just a, like, seasonal reminder that it'll notify you on your tasks there that it's time to reach out, that you haven't talked to this person in the last, like, 90 days. So, just
So-
another,
Again, quarterly call plan is good. If you've ever been in my office and saw the database plan up on the wall, you'll know that part of that database plan is literally a quarterly call. So a quarterly call should be part of everyone's database plan. Like, you should have every single person on a quarterly call plan. Now, does that mean you have to call them every quarter? You should, but I know some of you don't like to call people. So reality would be is, at least when that quarterly call plan comes up, make some kind of effort to have a 2-way conversation with them, whether it's text, whether it's Facebook message, something, right? Like, have a 2-way conversation with them somehow.
and remember, we're the only people that are nervous on that call. they'll be happy to hear from you.
Yeah, I mean, literally, so figure out a reason to call them, right? So here's a prime example. I had one of my past clients, I called him last night, and I'm taking my nephew on a hunting trip at the end of the year. And literally in my brain, I'm like, I want to call him, but I need a reason. I don't just want to call him just to be like, hey, are you ready to sell that house yet? Because that's the reality of why I was calling him. He has a house to sell. I didn't want to call him and say that, right? So in my mind, I'm like, okay, I need to come up with something. Well, he hunts, right? So, and reality is when I go hunting with him, yeah, absolutely, he's a great guy. I've sold 3 or 4 houses with him. So I literally called him and I started the conversation off by just asking him how he was doing, and then I invited him to come along on that hunting trip. Now he couldn't, right? But it was fine. He felt amazing that I asked him. Like, he was so appreciative that I asked him to come on that hunting trip. And literally he just started like blurting out everything about this house that was happening, right? They decided not to sell, they're not selling because of this. What their plan is they're gonna sell their current house with me eventually, yada, yada, yada. Like, and I didn't have to ask him, he just told me, right? Because he knows that that's my business, right? That's what I do. So just, if you can't figure out a reason to call someone, create one. Just create a reason. Think about something that you know about that person that they like. Or like, even if it was like, hey, so he's a UPS driver. My other idea was, I was gonna be like, hey, I saw a UPS truck, it looked like you, I didn't know if it was you. Was it you? I thought of you, right? Just think of a reason to call them. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. They're gonna talk to you, right? They're going to talk to you. Because guess what? In any conversation, when you walk up to someone and you say, hey, how are you? They're going to say, I'm good, how are you? Right? Like, literally, it's going to be a two-way conversation. They're going to ask about you, right? At that point, then you can have the conversation that you want to have with them. All right, I'm off my soapbox now.
No, you're doing good. I mean, it's the truth. It's very simple. And like that touches on the next one, is going to be like birthdays and anniversary wishes. So you have one for each on here. I just pulled up like the house anniversary. It's a huge milestone for everybody, and it like makes that emotional connection. Like, people don't care as much about what you know until you show how much you care. So like, if you're remembering something like that, like on this, it's going to say create a task here, whether it's send a gift. You know, you could reach out to them on social media, or send them a card or something personalized. Like a week prior to their house anniversary, and then on their anniversary itself, call and like have that conversation with them. Hey, it's been a year, 2 years, whatever. Congratulations, just celebrating this time and stuff like that. But this is all about putting things in order for you to create a schedule that you follow, like with all of your clients. That's the ultimate goal in all of this.
So, Brandon, can you go into contacts and just show them where to enter that information? Because remember, some of these SmartPlans, you have to have data entered in order for it to work. So, you scroll down, keep going.
So further I can go. Oh, there we go.
So you see down there, you have birthday and home anniversary. So remember, these SmartPlans are only as good as the data you enter. So one easy trick to get birthdays is everybody has a Facebook account. Just every time there's a birthday that someone has, like today, just go into your Facebook account, look for the birthdays for today, and then go into your database and add them. Right? And then what you can do is, remember, when you go to wish that person a happy birthday, try not just to like say happy birthday, try to do something that stands out, because the reality is they're gonna have 150 people that are gonna wish them a happy birthday that day. So what can you do differently to stand out and make them feel special? Right? Can you send them a card? Can you send them a gift card? Can you, send them a video message? Right? What can you do to stand out to that person? So, and again, as Brandon said, like the point of this class is automation, right? So it's creating automation for you to remind you to do these things. Now the birthday smart plan will also text someone happy birthday for you if you have Twilio set up. So every year on someone's birthday, my Twilio says happy birthday, and I do get people that respond to that.
Well, just to mention, one of my experiences is the Twilio is a number they don't recognize, so I've gotten people that say, who is this?
Yep.
Because they don't recognize the Twilio number, and then they're like, who is this? So they don't really know it's coming from you.
Well, but as long as you're responding to that and say, oh, it's Kim, this is my office number, right? Like, it's a great communication piece, it's a touch point where you
But
can
the
have a
point I'm
conversation.
trying to make is if they don't respond and say, who is this, they don't necessarily know the happy
Well,
birthday.
does your message say, happy birthday, hope you have a special day?
I don't know, I
Sam
just
Coker,
set it up,
Keller
I
Williams?
just set it up, send them a happy birthday, I don't know what they're sending.
Well, you might wanna check that,
Yeah.
might wanna check that.
I have no idea what's being said.
So another trick with that is if.
It's your birthday, you look old.
If you use some type of, like QR code for a digital business card, you can put your office, I call it my office text line, is what I call my Twilio number. You can put that Twilio number in there, so when they save your contact to their phone, when they text that number, it will show up as your name.
Gotcha.
All right, the next one is going to be the 8x8. This is new contact engagement here. So it's 8 touches in 8 weeks. Kind of keeps you top of mind, make sure it shows, you're checking in on them, that you care. But it just, so when you're looking at the SmartPlans here, you'll see, just click on the arrow, you can drop down and see like what kind of content it's gonna help you along with. So obviously, like, you do need to have the Twilio account set up for it to do this first text message. But it's smart enough to understand like who they're sending it to, and just, a very warm kind of engagement there to start. And then, it just keeps you on task. Like I said, it's 8 touches in 8 weeks. So you'll be sending something like every 7 days there or so. Sorry. But that's just like another thing that you can apply to somebody you meet for the first time. You can see, gives you different variety, so it's not always just the same thing every time. You got an email, making a call, sending another text, adding a new smart plan to it, making a call again, and then a text, and then there you go. Good work on that one. And then we talked about the neighborhood nurture. They do have a bi-weekly, which we talked about as well. That's for your hotter leads. And that'll be sending basically the same thing, but it'll do it every 2 weeks. So if you know that somebody is actively looking to move in the next, 2 to 5 months, that'll continue to keep them engaged as far as that's concerned. Does anybody have any questions at this point? No? Okay. Other than that, some stuff that you can do with your contacts and everything. Has anybody added tags to anybody like you saw on Michael's instance? That's a big way of grouping people together that have similar interests that you want to send, kind of the same thing to, and stuff like that. Like when you look on just the page that I had here on the beginning, you'll see golfer. So anybody that I know, obviously I can include myself in that, but from golf league, and I know that I want to send something as far as that's concerned, I can just group all them together by just clicking on tag, selecting golfer, and then I know that what I'm sending is going to all of those people. That's just a simple bulk action for everybody.
Tags are a huge way to really organize your database, and you can have as many tags on someone as you want. There's people in our database that have 8, 9, 10, 12, 15 tags, right? Now, we do things a little bit differently. Whenever I run a Facebook ad through command, it's geared towards a specific listing. So when that person clicks on it and their information is in the command, they get a tag, and a tag is the property address. The idea behind that is that so that I can see what someone was interested in at one point in time. Right, so if I have someone, say for example, I just had a listing on Elizabethtown Road that sold in 12 hours, right? And I got leads from that listing. So let's say I end up getting another listing on Elizabethtown Road. Well, guess what? Now I can go back to that tag and I can reach out to all of those people and say, hey, you had interest in this other property that sold. I'm getting ready to list another one here. Here's the details, right? So the idea is to use them for different things. I love that Brandon has one called Golfer, right? So now he can click on that tag, he can see every single person in the database that's someone that's a golfer. So if he's doing maybe he's doing a giveaway, maybe he's looking to create a VIP group of golfers, right? Like he can click on that tag and he can find those people and then market to them in whatever way that he wants to market to them in. But every single lead that enters my database gets a lead source and gets a tag based on where they came from. Because I want to be able to always know, hey, this lead came from this thing. Because guess what? You have to have a contact in command in order to have an opportunity, and you have to have an opportunity in order to sell a house, right? So the idea is I can look back and I can say, hey, last year, 15 of my people came from my golf group, right? So how can I continue to double down on my golf group because I'm getting a lot of business from that, right? So don't be afraid to go crazy with the tags. You can create as many as you want. Anything, they can say anything, right? I mean, we've even created tags for like, if there's people we have questions about in our database that we have to review, like we literally have a tag for that. If we call someone and their phone's disconnected, we have a tag for that, right? Like we can literally, we organize our database solely, I would say, with tags. Who participated in what giveaways? So yeah, if we do a giveaway, those people go into our database with that giveaway tag so that we know that that was something that they were interested in, right? The idea is create as much as you can to know about that person and what their interests are and what they like and what they looked at and what they clicked on and so on and so forth. So tags are definitely one.
Can you create more than one tag?
What's that?
Person?
Oh, you can have, yeah, you can have like 50 tags a person. I don't think there's a limit, honestly.
Yeah, I have a question for you, for him. Like, why am I not your golfer tag?
I don't have you in my database, Rich, I'm sorry.
I know.
I didn't think I'd be selling you any house anytime soon.
Probably not in the near future.
So that's just kind of a quick overview of that. Is there anything else I can touch on with anyone at all?
So I think, can you go into tasks and just so we can clarify, like, when you're putting these smart plans into action, if it's creating tasks for you, you have to be diligent about every day as part of your admin time going into your tasks and working your tasks.
So like this is what I just assigned here for like the quarterly call. I just added that to myself and just let me know like, hey, this is due today. Like if it's something that's repeating, it will pop up when it's due just to let you know, because like I said, I'm trying to get to that structured schedule. So yeah.
Yeah, you all should have admin time blocked in your calendar, as well as lead generation time, whatever your lead generation looks like, every day, right? And that admin time, this is one of the things that you should be doing, because guess what? If you're putting all these smart plans in play, but you're not doing the things that are required based on the smart plan, or you're not fulfilling the task, then what you're doing is kind of pointless, right? Because you're not actually doing the thing. So, and the cool thing is, like, he just hit complete. When you hit complete, it's going to ask you if you want to add activity to this timeline, which is great, because if you make that call, now you can log your notes, right? You can put in, hey, what did you guys talk about, right? Or maybe you didn't talk, maybe you left a message, maybe you sent a text. Whatever it is, make the notes, and those notes end up on the timeline. Still a bad golfer, yeah. That way, the next time that you call that person, now you literally have talking points.
Yeah, you'll know exactly what like the last thing, because quarterly, 3 months have passed. What was the last thing you guys talked about?
Yeah.
It was, Junior did X, Y, and Z in school. You can still see how that's going. Is football's still a thing, whatever it is. So yes, genius.
So like, here's a good question for you, and it ties into the question about the tax, right? Is I just went into my own contact, my personal contact, because I want to test it, and I have the Twilio tax.
Okay.
But like, I went into my contact, I went to SmartPlans, and I selected add part smart plan, I selected birthday, right?
Yep.
And it comes up with, day 1, day 5, day 6, and it says, on day 6, it says send text, happy birthday, exclamation. So if I wanted to modify that, send text, happy birthday, to maybe like, hey, happy birthday, Rich, it's your friendly realtor, Rich from Keller.
Yeah.
is there a way to edit that, or do I have to create a custom smart plan?
The birthday one, I think, is the only one that you would have to, copy it, and then you could edit it, because the birthday smart plan is driven by that date. So unless they change that, I don't know, but you should be able to. Yeah, you can't edit it here, you would have to go into SmartPlans and edit it.
Oh.
So close that out, go over to SmartPlans, and then look for birthday. And then hit the pencil. So down here, send text. And then edit. There you go.
Now, will that edit, but that's gonna edit it for every
Yeah,
birthday
you
text
would
that
want to
comes
use a
out.
merge tag. So what I would do is backspace the exclamation point out, put a space in, or comma, whatever, and then add merge tag, and then contact first name. So now what that'll do is that's gonna fill in the person's first name that's in command into that text message.
And that will still do it that'll do it for
Everybody.
every birthday.
Correct, it'll always fill in their first name, yep.
Okay.
Can you create custom merge tags? I guess not.
Not custom merge tags, no, a merge tag is something that pulls data from their profile, their command contact profile.
Gotcha.
What other smart plans do you guys use that we haven't talked about?
I mainly just use the neighborhood smart tag.
Neighborhood nurture?
Yeah.
I could use a refresher on how you actually make your own.
Yeah.
I've never created my own.
I've never created my own either.
Oh, really? Okay, so,
Well, isn't there hundreds of ones
Yeah,
that other
so-
people
so,
created?
Brandon, let's do this first. So go up to library,
Oh. okay.
Oh, gotcha.
and then we'll show you how to create one too.
Okay.
All right, so the library, so rather than reinventing the wheel, you can search for something that you're looking for. The reality is it's probably there. Type in July. Okay, so there's smart plans that agents from all across KW have created and shared. Right, so, and you can see the description, so every one of those is a different smart plan. It's like that one says, wishing you a happy and safe 4th of July, Jill and Carrie Wright. Right, so the reality is, something like that, if you decided to use that, you could add it, but then you would need to edit that Jill and Carrie Wright owls, obviously, and put your own name, otherwise you're literally gonna be giving business to somebody else, right? So pay attention to that, but yeah, literally, you can hit cancel. But you can search for pretty much anything that you want, and you can the chances are it's probably been created already, or some version of it. So you can either take that, add the smart plan, then you can edit it, or you can create your own. So back out of that July 4th real quick, just get rid of that, and then enter again. So, and then you'll see if you scroll down, you have all the different Keller Williams ones. You hit scroll up just a little bit. Go back up to the Keller Williams ones, keep going, keep going. All right, so see all over on the right-hand side, click that. So these are all KW created smart plans. So you may not actually have all of these, but there's an open house follow-up that KW created. I'm not gonna talk about breakthrough number 20 yet. Promote my app, which is a good one to promote your mobile app. Keep going down.
I appear to be at the bottom.
As far as you go, okay. So yeah, there's a bunch there that you can plug in and use. So I urge you, like, if you want to create your own, chances are someone else probably did. So I check there first. But if you do want to create your own, go back to My Smart Plans, top brand, and then go to Create, top right. All right, so first thing you're going to do is name it. So just name it as Test, I guess. Create. All right, so it's just a drag and drop editor. So you have day one there. Look in the middle of the screen. You'll see it says wait 0 days, day one. So what that means is day one, as soon as you add them to the smart plan, the very first thing that's going to happen is what he just drug over was the text. So now he can fill in whatever he wants in there, right? Whatever the verbiage of the text is. And then if his Twilio account was the same, he'd be able to click that button for that, but then he can add stuff as well. So now that's the first thing that happens. Then if you want to delay, you can add a day. So right underneath that box where it says add day, you can click that, and that'll switch to day 2. And then you can do something else, right? You can send an email, you can make a call, you can create a task for yourself. You can do pretty much anything. You can change those days to specific amounts of time. You can repeat things. You can put them on one specific smart plan initially and then start them on a different one right away. So it's just all drag and drop.
Can you put images in, like stock photos or something? How do you do that?
If it's an email, yeah, so do an email, Brandon.
Okay.
So if you do an email, you can either do a text email like what you see there, or if you hit add design, if you go into designs, and you can create your own email design in designs, and then save it, and then go into the smart plan and then pull that in, and that can have the pictures or the images. Now you can still put images like in that text box, they won't show up that great. So if you're going to do some kind of image heavy email, I would create a design first and then pull it in. But then other than that, you can do headings and different paragraph styles and links and everything else in his emails as well.
So that's kind of cool, because then you could literally like set up a plan for, like, let's say, first contact. You know, like the first time that you get a client call you, you have a contact out of them, and you want to send them a generic email with, say, bankers, next step, whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now you go in there, add that person as a contact, select that plan, and bam, they get it right away.
Yeah, like it could be a one-step smart plan where literally it's an email that goes out to them, maybe an email and text, right? 2 steps. And the email literally just says, great to meet you today. Thanks so much for taking the time. I wanted to put some additional resources as we discussed. Number 1, here's a list of preferred lenders. It's good to make sure that you get a pre-approval as the first step before you go and see homes. Last thing we want you to do is fall in love with the home. You can't afford to buy it, or you're not pre-approved to move on it quick enough, or yada yada, whatever. Right? Like, yeah, you could absolutely do that.
You can also create an email template for that as well, for a single touch, like follow up after like an open house or something. It's
Yeah.
already pre-printed, you just go down the templates. I can show you that. It's super simple,
Okay.
but it's awesome. It saves you so much time. Cool. All right. Anybody else have anything else? All right. Thank you. You guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks, Brandon. Thank you, Mike.
I didn't do it.